Hey guys, Chris here from Truth Nutraceuticals, and today I just want to talk to you a bit about our flagship mental health supplement and anti-stress supplement, Cortigon. Now, Cortigon, as you might be able to tell from the name, is actually a natural supplement that lowers cortisol levels. And cortisol, for those of you who don't know, is the chief stress hormone. And one of the biggest issues that people have, especially when they have this pervasive anxiety, depression issues, brain fog, inability to focus or easily recall things, through memory, really what the main issue is that they have chronically high cortisol levels through just their daily life. There's a lot of stressors in our daily life that can drive our cortisol up, from noise to family relationships, romantic relationships, work stress, commuting, chemicals in our environment. All of this acts to drive your cortisol up. And over time, most people in modern life have chronically high cortisol levels, which ends up making your endocrine system out of balance, and everything can kind of go out of whack. It can suppress the production of other important hormones, and it leaves you on edge all the time. And you do have that inability to focus. You get the brain fog, you get the anxiety, and it's probably due to cortisol. If you're watching this and it sounds like this might be you, basically if you don't know the exact cause of your anxiety or your brain fog, it's likely due to the excessive cortisol production and just chronically high levels. And this can add up over many, many years and come to the point where you don't even realize that it's there, but it's just always been there, kind of thing. So, maybe over the last decade, or maybe since you were a teenager, as your responsibilities started mounting, as the stress of life started mounting, you started to notice that you would experience these issues like anxiety, depression, insomnia, and brain fog. But a lot of people just learn to live with it and they think that it's just normal. But the issue is that it really isn't normal. So Cortigon is really, the key ingredient in Cortigon is known as phosphatidylserine. And what it does is it works to actively rebalance your cortisol levels. You don't want your cortisol to be excessively low and you don't want it to be excessively high. And most people have it excessively high. So what phosphatidylserine does is it works to lower your cortisol levels to the point where they become more in balance. And it's a 100% natural ingredient. It occurs naturally in your brain. So by supplementing with more of it, you're actually really helping your brain to reinforce the right connections. You're lowering the cortisol levels. You're going to be able to focus better. You're going to be able to remember things and have better memory recall, concentrate. And you're going to see that brain fog really just does lift off of you. And you're going to go through the day with this subtle, calm, cool focus. It's not like a lot of other focus supplements that are out there. They just try and hit you over the head with stimulants. This is not a stimulant. By lowering the cortisol levels and actively working in your brain to get rid of that brain fog, you're going to notice that you're going to go through your day and you're going to look back at your day and that was a really productive day. I barely even noticed, but I was performing much better in work or in meetings. You just were feeling much more calm throughout the day. And that's really what you're supposed to feel with Cortigon. And you'll notice that you also start sleeping better at night, and everything in your life just comes into more of a balance because you're actively working with these ingredients, these all natural ingredients in Cortigon. You're actively working to rebalance your endocrine system and rebalance your hormones. So that's really what Cortigon is all about. We have a lot of raving customers with Cortigon, especially when people start to really notice in their life the improvement that Cortigon does make. They are customers for life and they love it. So I encourage you to try Cortigon if you're interested. If this sounds like it might help you, definitely give it a shot, and I'm looking forward to hearing your story as well.